The embargo has officially lifted for James Gunn's Superman, and fans and critics alike are saying that it is the greatest comic book movie of all time. You know, the same thing that they did with The Flash. However, are these opinions legitimate? Well, we're going to check out exactly what they're saying about the film, and we also have to check out the other side of the coin. Now, look, before I get started, do your boy 3 major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. Then after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to that platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's video. First up, we have Rachel Linesman. She says, Superman reminds us that Clark Kent has always been a beacon of hope and the goodness that can exist in the world. James Gunn's vision is a comic book brought to life, and it brought a likeness and a happiness to one of the most beloved heroes around. So Rachel sounds like she liked it. All right, Scott Menzel. James Gunn's Superman feels like he tossed every Superman comic and his entire filmography into a blender and hit hooray. Sweat's solid, Brosnan's great, and Holt is doing something not exactly sure what. It is a mess narratively and tonally. But hey, at least it's a good time at the movies. So it's a mess. This guy liked the film, but he still called it a mess narratively and tonally. All right. JoeBlow.com. We saw Superman and it was a mixed bag for our critic. Not a disaster at all. Had some great moments, but not as good as hoped for. Oddly, the movie shortchanged a vital character, Lois Lane, and surprisingly, Clark Kent. Lots of soups, not much Clark. I kind of feel like that is a good thing. I do. I feel like I do want to see more of Superman than Clark Kent. Maybe you guys would disagree. All right. Sean O'Connell said, I love Superman. Gave me the biggest, goofiest, stupidest, full-face grin as I reveled in everything at James Gunn staged. Perfect cast and world building. It's unapologetically comic booky, which won't work for some, but as far as DC comic movie goes, it's a blistering delight. All right. Courtney Howard said, Superman soars, an awesome achievement and a hopeful blom, honoring past iterations, cinema and comics, while cutting its own path. Sweat has that heroic shimmer. Hulk is delightfully is delightfully diabolical, and Barzaham grins and with vim and vigor. Crypto absorbs. My bad. Brandon Pope says James Gunn cooked, almost got too goofy, so it nearly went there, but never crossed the line. Optimism and hope shine bright. Slight 1978 Donna vibes, but establishes itself as a Superman for a new age. Just what we needed. Full review Tuesday. All right. Now let's go over to Rotten Tomatoes and let's check out and see what the movie is doing with the critics. All right, let me refresh it because it was going up and down. It began at 91%, and right now it is sitting at 85% after 118 reviews. Do they have an average up yet? No average. 100 fresh, 18 rotten. So right now, a lot of people are liking James Gunn Superman, but we do have a few people out there who is saying otherwise. This is from Film and Whiskey Podcast. He says, Superman was bad. Gunn is still trying to do too much Guardians of the Galaxy. A visual and tonal mess. At some points, it resembles the worst parts of Quantumania. At others, Spider-Man 3. At almost no point does it resemble a Superman movie. Brosnan and Halt innocent. So this guy seems to have loved Brosnan and Halt, but maybe not Superman and the rest of the damn movie. This guy, Androyer, says, hashtag Superman okay. So time for honest review. It was just the usual Gunn juvenile humor. No idea why anyone is saying acting was good. Corn Sweat is shouting all the time. It's jarring. It seemed like a movie made by Twitter folks that will only appeal to those gatekeepers. Ooh, he went in on that one. This one is coming from Brittany Patrice. She says, I really wanted to love Superman, but I just sort of liked it. Not as overstuffed as I predicted, with Mr. Terrific being a standout. Sad that it's as visually bland and dull as it is, and that it drops the ball on some of the commentary from the trailer. Overall, it's pretty okay. This one is coming from Juan at Box Office Expert. He says Superman reeks of desperation, a cheap TV show looking movie trying to be a mix of genres, failing to find its footing. What worked for Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't here, making me doubt Gunn's fit. Corn Sweat was sweet and excelled with the material he was given. Really excited for his future. Well, as you can see, we are going to have some folks out there who's not going to like James Gunn's Superman. But as for those who feels that it is the greatest comic book movie of all time, I do feel that their opinion are legitimate, right? And I feel that way because these people was already going to like the damn movie. They have been telling us for 2 years now, this is going to be the greatest thing that ever happened in the existence of mankind, right? And as I said before, I remember The Flash. That's right. I remember The Flash. Now, another thing that I want to cover before I get out of here. I know I'm rushing, ladies and gentlemen, but trust me when I tell you, I have things to do. Box office. Internationally, Superman is looking a little ma. This is coming from Charlie on Twitter. He says Superman kicks off his international rollout today with previews at some places. Official release tomorrow. Pre-sales range from ma to decent to solid, market to market, expecting $100 million plus. So this is internationally. Domestically, things are looking the same. They're saying that Superman really and truly hasn't had much change, maybe just a little bit. We might see $100 million opening weekend, but I don't believe that it's going to reach the 170, $180 million weekend that many people out there are suggesting. I mean, this is DC. You guys need to understand that DC has burned the fans a little bit too damn much. Now, as for my opinion on all of these positive reactions, they better hope that this thing translates to a wider audience. That's right, because all of this ass kissing isn't going to mean nothing if people don't show up to the movie theater to support this film. I'm your boy O. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end, help you out that algorithm. If you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Trying to reach that big number of 100,000 subs. So I'll be highly appreciative if you will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. You don't have to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to that platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know, how do you feel about these reactions? Do you feel like they're legitimate or do you feel like they're fabricated? And always remember, that's a le bon temps roulette. That means let the good times roll. But let me know in the comments below.